Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams. And welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. It has never been, and it never will be, your problem that someone burns with desire for you, but will never have access to you. Not your problem, not your issue. There's something about you setting a boundary with someone. And when you set that boundary, whatever words you spoke, whatever actions you took, 111 on the timer, some of you walked through a door and you never looked back. Some of you closed a door and you never opened it again for that person, for a particular person or group. But whatever words you spoke or actions you took, there's somebody who cannot believe that you meant what you said when you said it, and that you stand by whatever actions you have taken in order to activate that boundary and to keep it in place. They can't believe it. That's not your problem. I'm hearing a never-ending story. I don't know if that's a movie or a song, but the phrase is coming to me, a never-ending story. That might be what it feels like you're experiencing with someone wanting to break beyond a boundary or barrier that you've set in place in order to protect your energy. But Divine says it's a never-ending story of pain for the people who are trying your boundaries. It's not your never-ending story. Because the only storylines that you've got going on are where you're winning. Where you're living in peace and harmony, creative energy, a beautiful divine creative flow, growth. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through for this beautiful being that they need to know at this time? Ooh, creating personal space. That's exactly what you did. And you continue to do that. You continue to create personal space. Space where you are able to flow and flourish. And Divine says, it's best to focus on your creative energy at this time. Focus on all the things. Divine. Y'all know Thor be coming through with that thunder. I don't know if the mic picked that up, but it has been giving vibes of stormy weather for like the past 2 hours. And that is the first rumble of thunder that I have heard. Divine says you have nothing to worry about, because someone's judgment, the justice that you are receiving, the judgment call that has been made, is for someone to watch you create, live in peace, grow, and be in complete harmony with the divine. That's justice. Also, something here about someone wanting to fill your mind's eye with an obsession over them in order to draw you into them. But that's not happening, because what's here is creative energy, creating personal space. You're busy creating, and with the space that you have made for yourself, the room that you have given yourself, you're doing such beautiful things with that energy. Okay? Speak protection over your mind's eye and also over the energy of those you love. There's something here about, I'm getting a vision of someone trying to break down a wall to your home. They can't do it, and so they go to like a friend's house or a member of your extended family. They go to their home and they're trying to wiggle their way in, ease their way in, work their way in some sort of shady way. 555 on the timer, in order to cause some sort of disruption around you. So this is a person that's trying to come into your space. They've already tried you and your boundaries, your Fort Knox, okay? They're not getting in. And so it's like they've gone to where another person lives. Now this is energetically. So this might be a person who's using Spellwork, or who is trying to astral travel, astral project their energy into a family member's home or someone that you know, and they're trying to get intel on you. You know what? Justice. Whatever energy it is that this person or these people have or continue to spend trying to enter into your life or re-enter into your life in order to break beyond boundaries that you have set and that you've been very clear about through either your words or your actions. Because I'm getting that you have shut the door and you have not opened it for this person or these people. But whatever energy it is that they are spending trying to get back into your world, they are like, judgment has been called on them. Justice is being served. And they might not even realize at this time that the negative things that they're experiencing, the obstacles that they continue to face, is being caused by their continued effort to ease back into your life, into your world, whether it was through your energy or the energy of someone that you know. Justice is being called for all of it. Thank you, Thor, for your justice, for your thunder. Bonding with the rhythm of life. Yeah, see, that's what people are observing, that you are in flow, in a good flow. You're in tune, in harmony with the divine. You're very much at peace. And the only people that this bothers is the people who wanted to ruin your peace in the first place. There are beings who cannot believe that you are in the abundant state that you are in, because they tried so hard to come against you. Realizing empathy as revolution and evolution. Now, what I'm getting here is that because this is card 3, the other cards were cards 19 and 40. Those numbers might be significant to you. This is card 3. So there's a group of people who's hoping that you would take your empathic gifts and redirect your energy towards them. So let's see where that's going, because the energy is here. So let's see what's coming through. We'll start with this deck here. Oh, I didn't mean to pull that, but okay, we've got 9 of Cups. Yeah, you're in the 9 of Cups. You're experiencing wish fulfillment. There are things that you have been wanting and manifesting, desiring, because they're in alignment with your soul's path here and the plans that your soul has for you on this earth. And those wishes are being fulfilled because you have created space to be in constant harmony with the divine. That's like your reward. Cornucopia. Abundant bliss. And see, the thing is that whoever was working against this energy, whoever wanted to separate you from your abundance, from your personal power, from your freedom, from your independence, they know that what you've got going, what you've manifested, is nothing but the truth. Because they tried so hard to destroy it. So if you were able to manifest this cornucopia and this Nine of Cups in the face of all of the dilemmas and the struggles that they were throwing your way, they know that you are the real deal. 1111 on the timer. And so with their lustful energy, you have just become even more appealing to them. And so truly here, the never-ending story is that they are stuck in a mode where they are constantly wanting your energy, but they cannot access it. Yeah, they envy you. How dare they envy you? Like, how dare they? They tried to ruin you. So now they're gonna envy you? They tried to ruin you in the first place because they envied you. And after all that they threw your way, they still have the nerve to come at you with the same low, funky vibration. So that's the answer right there. These people want your empathy, but they're still stuck in that same ratchet frequency that they were in the beginning, whenever they approached you with this energy in the first place. You caught on to it. Your intuitive gifts let you know. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. And then divine timing, at just the right time, you shut the door. And you said, absolutely not. You will not step foot up in my home. Whether you see that as a physical space or an energetic space or what have you. And now they still have not transmuted that ratchet energy that they had in the first place. They're still stuck envying you. So wherever you left them is where they will stay. Yeah. So someone has the nerve to want a romantic chance with you. If it's from this group of people that were envying you and all of that, I'll pull some cards on this, okay? Because this could be romance elsewhere. We'll see. But you are coming through here as a woman holding a coin. Queen of Pentacles. So it doesn't matter if you're a woman, man, okay? It doesn't matter what your gender is. But it's feminine energy here. So this is your ability to nurture. This is your abundance within your creative state. You're able to create. Okay, because it's woman holding a coin, but I'm getting Empress energy as well, okay? But there's somebody here who sees your wealth. They also see your ability to relax because it's woman holding a coin. So this is your divine feminine energy that is really coming through here. Somebody wants a chance with you. All right, but the first thing that I saw here was that you're holding a coin. This is about your abundance. And notice what's come through is cornucopia and envy. Somebody is extremely envious of your prosperity. Now, prosperity is not just your coin. Prosperity is not just your cha-ching, okay? It is the wealth of your soul. It is the fact that you are still, like, your heart is intact. And not only is it still intact, it's glowing. after you've been through whatever this was that somebody tried to put you through, you came out more abundant, more beautiful, more full of love. But it's just that they're mad because you don't have that love for them. And it's not that you have hatred for them, but I'm getting like this very neutral energy. Like, it's just like, it's done. Like, it's over. You know what I mean? But they're seeing you as someone who is truly abundant, and they want some of that. Okay, they said go to the tarot. Yeah, they see you living in peace, bliss, and harmony, and they want some of that. You got Lovers and the Sun. So you know what I'm getting here? Okay. There is somebody who wants a romantic opportunity with you, but you already have or are coming into romantic bliss with someone who is truly aligned with you. Okay, with the Lovers and the Sun. And then with the Nine of Cups, like, I love this particular Nine of Cups because it does show union and harmony between divine masculine and divine feminine there. So it's like you have what you want. You're not wanting something from the past, but there is something that someone wants with you from the past. Cancer energy could be significant here with the Chariot there. Divine, please tell me about this door to romance. And it's card 33. Okay, so for sure. Thank you, Spirit. Whoever this is that is envying your abundance, that is somebody who is a part of a group that is completely envious of you. They envy everything about you from head to toe. They wanted to put your heart in a cage. You see how this heart is in a cage there? And they wanted to be the only one with the key to it. And they wanted a key to your prosperity. Now, I am getting something a little bit darker here, and that is that this person not only has an emotional attachment to you, but they also had plans to come in and make sure that they were the only ones with access. The only one. Oh, the only ones. I wanted to say the only one with access to your prosperity, to your wallet, to your bank account, to an inheritance. That's coming through. But it's almost as if there was somebody that was trying to access your willingness to partner with them. They wanted a relationship with you just to get access to your money. But also they have some sort of attachment to you. Okay? But they wanted everybody in this group that they're attached to, 3-3, to have access to your wealth as well. It's almost as if they made a deal. So one lover could have been coming through trying to 1818 on the timer. This was something that they did not want you to know. This is something that they were trying to keep hidden. But you be knowing, okay? So they were trying to come in with some sort of love offer on the sly. They didn't want to make it very obvious to you. It's like they wanted you to come to them saying, I'm here. I'm ready. Okay, just so they could access your money. And everybody in that group would access your money. That was the plan. Tell us more about this 33 spirit. Okay, it's on the fence. We've got Knight of Wands. There was a lustful energy here who was playing both sides of the fence because it came out on the fence. They wanted in. Okay, what else needs to be known about this Knight of Wands spirit? They wanted access to your energy so that they could be financially stable. They wanted to access stability through you. There's something about you already having, oh wow. We have the Fool, the Four of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. There's something about you already, because this right here, it feels untouchable. The Lovers and the Sun. It's over here with your cornucopia, okay? And that also, whatever lover connection it is that you have, love connection that you have that brings fulfillment and success and vitality to your life, that also is something that these beings were envying. It was a group that was envying your abundance, your success, your love, your vitality, okay? They wanted you to have a new start with them. So they were like, whatever it is that you're in, that you're experiencing, forget all that. You gonna start over with me. Really? Oh wow, the delusion, okay? The delusion. Yeah, and where I laid that is right over door to romance. And they were trying to do this with the Seven of Swords, with lies, deceit, trickery. Also, they wanted to cause some sort of heartache regarding everything that you're dedicated to. So whatever it is, like when you take a deep breath, close your eyes and think of everything that you are truly dedicated to. 2111 on the timer. They wanted to, and that's what I'm getting with the 2111, they wanted to take your connections and bring you back to like a new start with them. They wanted to erase the slate and cause heartache to every single thing in your life that you are dedicated to. This could have been including something regarding your work or your professional life. But here again, anything, any relationship, any connection that you give effort to, they wanted to bring heartache to that so that you would run to them. That's what they wanted. They wanted you to come walking into them like the Queen of Wands, heading into a new, I heard a selfish start to something new. So they wanted you to forsake everything in your life, 2222 on the timer. Everything that brought balance to you. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the present tense, everything that brings balance to you, because you still have the cornucopia. You still have creative energy and love and success. So they weren't able to take this away. But this is coming through because Divine says this is still what they want. Nothing has changed. They wanted you to come running to them. I'm hearing the bodyguard. I want to run to you. Ooh. But if I come to you, tell me, will you stay or will you run away? So they wanted you to run to them, but to always ask, like to feel insecure. 2323 on the timer, that's 5 and 5. Whatever this new start was that they wanted you to have with them, leaving everything else in the past, that's what they wanted. They wanted you to feel insecure about it. Because what that tells me is that this is extremely narcissistic behavior. They were setting you up for a narcissistic discard. So what they wanted to do was love bomb you, tempt you, reel you in, and then set you up so that basically they wanted to access all of your wealth. If you had inheritance keeps coming through. Inheritance keeps coming through. So if you have an inheritance, or if at the time, around the time that this group was very active in your world, if there was someone in your family passed, they were going for an inheritance. They thought that they were going to have their hands on every dollar that is yours. So we've got the Hermit, the High Priestess, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. So this is what you've done. You said to hell with all that. I don't know what y'all talking about. whatever kind of plans and lies and trickery y'all got. Okay, let me go into hermit. Okay, that's what you did. You went into hermit mode and you saw everything that you needed to see. And I'm getting that this is a process that's continuing. Like, you are going to continue to have revelations and things will continue to be revealed to you, because there's something very special about this situation. With this being the first card that came out, creating personal space, it's like that was the moment that where you decided to create personal space. When you went into hermit mode, and when you really, like, your intuitive gifts as the high priestess became so much deeper, so much stronger, and you started to realize things that perhaps you didn't want to realize. You started feeling and seeing and hearing things that were informing you, allowing you to sense your way through this situation. So your intuition is the real deal, okay? But there's something about this whole event in your life that you are creating something as a result of what you have been through with this situation. And that's why you created personal space. You were like, all y'all demons, all y'all tricksters, you got to go, okay? And you set your eyes on the prize, which for you, the prize is whatever your soul desires for you to create, for you to be in harmony with the divine. And that is what has led you to this cornucopia that you are experiencing now, okay? With the Two of Pentacles, the balance that you have achieved, that you have maintained, because see, for me, the Two of Pentacles is a very active energy. It's not where you're just like on autopilot. You are actively balancing things in your world, okay? And however it is that you have been balancing your energies, it has led to your victory. Six of Wands. And that is why these beings who were planning and plotting against you are so ticked off, because they know the lengths that they went to try to stop you. They know that by all accounts, based on logic and analytics, you should be over in the corner somewhere crying, but you're not. You are abundant with this cornucopia. You are experiencing harmonious union in your life and genuine success. You shine, you glow. And they don't get it. So common sense would tell these people, okay, you did the most, you tried it, you tried the divine collective, it didn't work, now you need to go and sit down somewhere. But they don't have that. They don't have that. You know, it's like, you know, I don't believe in shame, right? But I do believe in, there is a place for guilt, because guilt lets you know that you done messed up, okay? So guilt teaches us. Shame is not a healthy thing to feel, right? It's something that is spread within society, and it keeps people stuck in very dim places where they should be learning to love themselves and grow. But guilt lets a person know that they messed up and that they need to course correct, that they need to change something, evolve somehow in order to grow and do better. But these people don't feel that. They don't feel that. They don't feel any sort of guilt that would let them know, oh, I messed up, I did wrong. So what I need to do is give the divine collective their space and just go on about my business. They don't, like, that does not register. There's no ding 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 moment there. There's no light bulb moment there. Okay? Spirit is sending me to this deck just to see if there's any way in which you should be protecting your energy specifically against these entities. Siphoning spells. Okay, so they want to siphon your energy. So the way that you combat that is, first of all, you protect your energy. You speak protection over your energy, and you continue creating. You continue focusing on what you want to bring into this world. What do you want to create? Anything else, Spirit? Dark shadow self. Okay. Yeah, the hidden repressed aspects of the self that exert a negative influence when not confronted or integrated. Exactly. Because they're stuck in a state of shame, but there's no guilt that's actually useful. Where they're saying, oh, I did this wrong, or I have been on this path that's not leading me to any sort of growth. Let me course correct. They're not doing that. They're stuck in a state of shame that just makes them want to hide. And the thing is that when they hide, they're checking for you. They're not going into hermit mode. See, hermit is beautiful because in hermit mode, we look at the self. We go within. That's what you did. You were like, let me go into hermit mode and see what I need to see, either about yourself, because you were reflecting on your own growth and allowing spirit to bring through whatever needed to come through, whatever wisdom and guidance and intuitive downloads needed to come through to enlighten you about this experience. They are stuck in a state of shame. So they're hiding, but when they're hiding, they're stalking you on the internet. They're contacting another practitioner to try to figure out how, if I can't get to them, how can I get to their family members so that they'll convince them to come back to me? Like all kinds of crazy stuff. Spellwork is backfiring. Exactly. And that's very important for you to know. I feel like you already know this, beautiful being, but to rest assured that whatever spell work they have sent your way, it has backfired. It is currently backfiring as these words are leaving my mouth right now, and you are hearing them. Their spells against you are completely backfiring. Okay? They are not allowed to have any sort of hold on you. Yeah, they've tried rituals of fear because what they want is for you to be afraid of your freedom so that you will feel like you need to go running back to them. Run to you. It's all about them wanting you to run to them, and you would never. Paying a dark practitioner. Listen, when I see a thing, I see a thing. And I knew that there are beings within this group who have contacted a practitioner to try to get into the energy of your family members. It could be extended family or friends, but they feel like they have no hold on you, so let's try the next of kin or whatever. And it's like, how petty. They try to drain your energy. Okay, there's something about trying to do this in your dream state, so protect your dreams. You can play healing frequency music as you sleep. I just saw 3323. That feels significant. False prophecies. They're believing things that they have hoped for or that they have told each other are going to happen that are not going to happen. It's like there's somebody in this group who thinks that they have a chance with you romantically. That's a false prophecy, because somebody in this little piddly group said to somebody, to this person who expects to have some sort of romantic connection with you, said, oh, you're gonna be with them. Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. That's a false prophecy. So they can call it quits on that one. Unseen forces. And what is coming through with this is that they have been working from the shadows. These are beings that never wanted you to know any of this stuff, but you know all of it. So, let's take a look at this deck. I do want to pull a card or two on the energies that they were trying to tap into regarding people that you know, okay? What needs to be known about that, Spirit? You got good luck. And it's a sure thing. Okay, you have good luck. You have cornucopia. It's like abundance, 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 abundance. Somehow, what they have done to try to ease into the energy of someone around you. It could be, I'm getting in-laws. It could be siblings. It could be friends, okay? Other people that you have talked to or associated with. Somehow, people from this group trying to tap into their energy in order to siphon your energy or to get some intel that you weren't opening up about. Somehow, that is promoting your good luck. It's all working in your favor. It is all working in your favor. Look, because something is over. And you know why it's over with this World card? Because you're the High Priestess. And as the High Priestess who saw into other realms, other dimensions, and you knew that you needed to protect yourself, that's exactly what you did with the Seven of Wands. Okay? You put up your energetic defenses. And for that reason, you are moving forward with the Six of Swords. You and whoever it is that you are lovingly connected with. In this boat right here. And not only that, but you've got the Chariot. Okay? With the Six of Cups, children, you're good. If you have children, anyone connected to you who's a divine soulmate, because Six of Cups encompasses that as well, you're good. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. I wanted to pull a couple from this deck. Oh, look, they're on a dead empath. And there's something about these beings, even though, because they like to move in a group, they like to move in 3s or 4s. Okay, I'm getting like coven energy, cult energy. And something about this group is that they don't know what boundaries are. They don't get it. Which is why when you set boundaries with them, to some extent, they were kind of like, huh? Like, really? And it was their responsibility to know, because they had done things that warranted you setting the boundaries, right? So they're adults. They need to step up and be like, okay, I did wrong. I crossed the bound. I'm sorry. But instead of doing that, they just chose to be ignorant. And just because a person doesn't know what a boundary is, or they don't know how to respect boundary, that's why we have the internet. We are all here to learn. That's why we all have a connection to the divine. We all can open up our mouth and speak to our higher power, or to our higher self, or whoever it is that we love and have a divine connection with. But see, that's what's lacking here, because these people, whatever energy they have sensed, whether it was intuition or some sort of psychic gift, they have always used it to try to control other people instead of harnessing their own energy and getting to know themselves on a deeper level, to have a more empowered life instead of trying to have power over other people. So they're on a dead empath, and they are very much feeling alone, because these are people who like to move in groups, because see, like lone wolf energy, all of that takes strength. They don't know anything about that. They like to move in packs. Okay, they like to be in groups so they can depend on each other, so they can point the finger at each other, blame each other, sell each other out, flying monkey type vibe. They're feeling very alone, and so that's very uncomfortable for them. But they're on a dead end path, so it's only going to get worse. Okay, you're a magnet of success. Okay, this is your reality. This is the reality that you are creating and that you have chosen for yourself, because you have made positive choices, choices of love, choices of wisdom. And you have chosen accurately who to close the door on and who to allow in. And because of that, you have so beautifully created space for you to focus on what matters, to focus on the reasons why you are truly here on this earth. There are chains of doubt, the same chains of doubt that these beings, these toxic beings, wanted to put around you are now weighing them down. Okay? There's definitely something here about them feeling the energy of endings, and it's got them in a state of panic. Okay? But yet here they are wearing a crown, okay, wrapped up in mummy linens, okay? So something's definitely over, but they're trying to front like they're still winning. So make that make sense. Okay, so there's delusion here. Also, part of this delusion is that they could access your wealth. That they could wear your crown, spend your money, live your destiny. Yeah. Straight up delusion. And you have divine protection, beautiful being. You are divinely protected from harm. Trust that no harm will come to you as long as you remain aligned with your purpose. Your inner light serves as a powerful shield. Ashe. And I'm seeing these sunflowers here. That's Mama Oshun. That is solar plexus, sun energy, which the sun card already came out. So that's just double confirmation of your sun energy, your success, your vitality. Also, she oversees the rivers, the lakes, the streams of water. So you're in a beautiful flow. Your flow is divinely protected. Your creative flow, your abundant flow, your ability to create is divinely protected. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I'm so grateful that you allowed them to flow through me. And thank you, beautiful being, for taking the time to tune in to this reading. I am so grateful for you. Thank you. I'm also so grateful for your kind comments, your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your hypes, your donations. Did I get everything? I think I did. I think I got it all. So thank you so much. And I love you. I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.